Welcome, TEI family, to another episode of The Everyday Investor. Today we have a very special guest with us. This gentleman has came from humble beginnings and has invested in himself nonstop over the years, such that he's the chairman of multiple corporations. Please help us with, please help us welcome Devon Joslin. Are you there, Devon? Uh,
Looks like we cut out there for a second. How we doing?
yeah, no, for sure. Welcome, welcome. That's okay. Can you hear me? Uh, Are you there?
Oh, there we go. Now we're back. All right.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
how we doing?
No, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Good, man. Yeah, it's West Michigan, so yeah, I don't know if it's gonna snow or if I'm gonna get sunburnt today. So
Yeah, no, it's been man, the weather definitely has been interesting. Seems like you said you'll have a heat wave, whatever that means at this time of year, then it'll be snow.
right.
So just trying to prepare for it all, which it's tough to do, but it seems like growing up in Michigan, we should be used to it by now, but I guess it never gets you never get used to it.
Yeah, I mean at this point we're practically South Canada in terms of weather, so it's
Right. Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
you
So
develop a tolerance for cold.
yeah, for sure. No, you're absolutely right about that. And so I'm excited to do this. I know we are just talking offline a little in terms of this being a long time coming. I know we've been trying to kind of make this happen for a while now. So I'm excited that it has finally happened. You're doing a lot of good things, which we'll definitely get off into, especially as it relates to what you're doing today with the chairman of Josh Vaughn Holdings and the chairman of the Michigan Center for Economic Innovation. I think those are some great things that I definitely look forward to discussing, and as well as being an adjunct professor in college. That's definitely interesting and something I want to kind of parse out a little more in terms of how that came to be. But I always like to start at the beginning. In terms of, I know you grew up in the on the west side of Michigan. You talk a little bit about uh, growing up on the west side of Michigan. Family life. Did you come from a wealthy family, or was it more of a middle class family, lower class family? Can you talk a little bit about life growing up on the west side of the state?
Yeah, I grew up in the northwest part of Muskegon, actually, so in Twin Lake. So if you're driving down M120 and you're about to hit Holton, Fremont, if you just quick hook a right by Ray's Mini Mart, I grew up right over there. Drinking those cotton candy milkshakes. I'm pretty sure I still have stomach problems from it. I don't want to throw any beef with them, but yeah. So I grew up out there. My dad worked at Pizza Hut, and my mom was busy volunteering on a bunch of nonprofit boards, a lot of community, different things. She worked as the friend of the court for Muskegon for a long time.
Okay.
So we definitely didn't grow up in the lap of luxury, to say the least. I mean, we didn't live in the most broke part of town, but it definitely wasn't the nice part of town either on Bear
Right.
Lake. So it wasn't until I was probably a little bit older, maybe middle school, high school, my dad started working in the automotive and furniture worlds. So then
Okay.
he started working out kind of in Grand Haven a little bit as a plant manager. Then my mother finished her education finally. At that point, I think she was the adjunct thing. She was a principal of a charter academy. She's kind of bounced around a few times. She just loves working with kids, which
Right.
is kind of where I got that itch for education. Um, but we never talked about college, about what I was going to study. It was just, hey, kid, you're going to go to college someday, and that was kind of the conversation ended. So I was a big soccer player most of my life until probably about 11th grade. I switched over to running, realizing that all the teams I wanted to play for in college, all the coaches I had been getting recruited by my entire life, they were all gone. And we don't have that scholarship money coming in to go to school, like, even the University of Michigan, even with student loans, I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
No college savings.